Hey, what's up? This is Vincent Hayes. I'm a real estate professional here in the Bay Area. I did some property research this morning before I got my day started, and I thought I would share it with you. I found 3 great properties that are fixers here in the Oakland area that could be great for a flipper, or they could be great for a home buyer, but they have some tremendous opportunity, and I thought I would share them. So the first one is going to be in the Maxwell Park neighborhood of Oakland. This one's on Morecambe Avenue. It's a cosmetic fixer, so you're going to be just updating the bathrooms, the kitchen, your flooring, and all of that. You may have to do some of your systems like electrical and plumbing, but you're not going to have to do much in terms of the structural work that you would normally associate with a fixer here in Oakland. And I think that one could be a really good home for someone that is looking to get a home that they're going to tailor to their needs and in love for the next 5 to 10 or whatever years. The next property is on La Cresta Avenue in Oakland, and this is my favorite one. This one is a deep fixer. It's going to require everything, so you got to put your hard hat on for this one. But the great thing is it's in a great neighborhood, so if you do the right renovations, you're going to end up with something that's probably going to have an after repair value of well over $1 million. The last one is on 32nd Avenue. This one is a cosmetic fixer, but I like it because it has a cottage in the back. So you have the potential of having an accessory dwelling unit that you can rent out very near the Highland Hospital area. So this property could have a mortgage subsidy built in just because you're getting rental income from the cottage. So having said all of that, let's dive deeper into these 3 properties and see what we find out. So we'll start with 3471 Morecambe Avenue. This is a good property over in the Maxwell Park neighborhood of Oakland. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,500 square foot home that's listed at $625. So it's already pending, so someone has an offer on it that's been accepted. But for this particular property, I wanted to show it to you because I think if you take a look at some of the photos from Redfin, you'll see that this is just a cosmetic fixer. I think from the photos that I've taken a look at and just kind of looking at the property, I don't think you have much in the way of structural issues that you need to address. So this is going to be something that you're going to repair. And you're probably going to just update the kitchen, repair the bathrooms, and then make all the other updates in terms of paint and flooring that you would make in an update like this or a renovation like this. So you're probably going to be somewhere around 75 grand to get all of this done. 75 to 80 is probably a good number. Then if you go back and take a look at Zillow, you can see that there are a number of properties that have sold recently in the last 6 months in this particular neighborhood. One in particular that I think you could kind of use as a comp to support what your after repair value is going to be is this one on Morecambe Avenue as well, 3257. It's a 3-2, that's one additional bedroom, but it's still within the same size range. This particular property sold for almost $900,000 in November. So if you think about purchasing the property, somewhere around $750,000. We're still low on inventory, so you're not going to purchase at asking. You're probably going to be purchasing with a little bit of a premium, so you're going to be at $750,000. And if you can do the renovations that I talked about, based on kind of a loose figure of about 75 or 80 grand, that still gives you some opportunity to have some increased equity as soon as you purchase, renovate, and then move into the home. So you walk into a very good situation in a very good neighborhood here in Oakland. So now we'll move over to the next property. So next up, we have 3921 La Cresta Avenue. It's already pending. It was listed at $699,000. It's a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, 1,348 square foot home. It's in a great neighborhood in Oakland. Here are a few pictures. You can tell that this is probably going to need a lot of work. And so what you're looking at here is a deep fixer. You're going to do structural integrity work. You're probably going to be replacing all the systems in terms of electrical, mechanical, plumbing, and then you're going to do your aesthetic or cosmetic work. So I would say you're probably going to be looking at $150,000 in terms of the renovation cost at least. Now on the flip side of this, if we take a look at the neighborhood, you can already see that recent sales in the neighborhood show that there are properties that have gone for, in the last 6 months, well over $1 million. So if you're able to get this particular property at about an $800,000 price point, put in $150,000 in renovations, you may be able to see something that is going to be worth $1 million at least. And I think you probably would net out even better than that if you're able to turn this property into a 3-2 and you're able to utilize some of the space that is available upstairs. So the things you want to be thinking about is, how can I put the right renovations into this property and make it something that stands out and gives you an after repair value of 1.25. This will leave you feeling like you've gotten a great deal and created a serious nest egg in your home. Now, the last property we're going to take a look at today is going to be 1364 East 32nd Street in Oakland. This property is intriguing because if you look at it just from the photos, you can tell here that you're not doing a ton of work to the outside. As you look through the photos of the interior, you can also see that this particular property doesn't need a great deal of work in terms of aesthetic updates on the inside either. It's a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath, 1,590 square foot home that was listed at $698,000. Now, if you take a look, the thing that you probably will notice here in a few minutes is that there's an additional building in the back that you could use as a rental unit. So if you take a look here are photos of this particular building that probably used to be a garage, but now it's been converted to a cottage. And I think if you make the right updates to this particular little unit, you can treat it as an accessory dwelling unit and give someone a studio apartment that they could live in very near Highland Hospital. The hospital is recently renovated, so I'm sure they're working to get as many people there that want to live or work in that facility. But the key to all of that is going to be finding somewhere to stay. This gives someone an opportunity to rent a small place right near the hospital and be able to commute to work just by foot or by bike. So I mean, there's some huge benefits here. And for you as the homeowner, if you come in and buy this particular property and renovate the house on the interior as well as this cottage, you have a mortgage subsidy now. So you can rent this property probably for about $2,200 to $2,500, and you'd be able to offset the mortgage that you would pay on this particular property. So again, this property is listed for $700,000. You're probably not going to get it for that particular price, but if you can get it somewhere between $725,000 and $750,000, do your renovations. You're probably going to spend about $50,000 at most, and then rent the cottage out, and then you're getting probably another $2,200 to $2,500 a month that you're going to have in rent that helps pay your mortgage and takes care of a lot of the home ownership costs that you're going to have. So this is a great deal. Now, the only downside is that this particular property in this area, you're not going to have the steep appreciation that you get in some of the other properties that we talked about. But if you think about the fact that the rental income is going to help subsidize your mortgage costs, that gives you some additional upside, and your property has more equity faster because of the payments that you get in rent. So I think of all three of these properties, I like the property on La Cresta, but all three properties give you different ways to be able to create additional value through a home purchase in Oakland that's moderately priced. So you're not buying in at $1 million, but you're buying in at sub $1 million, putting in some work, and then you have a really valuable property that you have made your own, and it gives you some additional upside. So this is a quick look at some things that I see in the market right now. Hopefully you're going to be able to go out, and when you're ready to purchase, you're going to be able to find some deals just like this one. It's a springtime, so more houses will be coming on the market. I think that there will be some great deals that you'll be able to jump into, but you have to be ready. And so I would go ahead and start looking at talking to a mortgage broker, trying to get yourself set up with funding to jump into a property aggressively and then still be able to take care of the renovations. I think these are some great examples variables, and you never know what else is going to come on the market. So you have to be prepared. So I hope this was helpful. I hope you were able to kind of see how I look at renovating a property and thinking about what the value of the property is going to be after the fact. Hopefully this gives you some nuggets that you will then get interested in getting into home ownership if you're not a homeowner yet. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section, and I'll be happy to help you. Take it easy.